If we were in school right now, I would hand you the three items that you see on the screen. I would hand you a battery, a Christmas light, and some aluminum foil, and I would ask you to get this light bulb to turn on. Now, don't try this at home for safety reasons, but think about what you would do. And next week, you'll see a video of a Christmas light being lit up with just foil and a battery. So today is our introduction to electricity. So what is electricity? What do you think of when you hear the word electricity? Some things I think of are Pikachu. I think of the car in Back to the Future. You haven't seen that movie, it's a good one. And I think of the electricity that is delivered to power our homes. So electricity is the flow of electric charge, but what is electric charge and what does it mean for it to flow? So the electric charge that's moving in electricity is the electrons. If you remember from last semester, an atom and atoms make up everything. And atoms are made up of three types of particles. One of those particles is a proton, which has a positive charge and is in the center of the atom. A neutron, which has no charge and is also in the center of the atom. And then the electrons, which have a negative charge and are on the outside of the atom. So if you have more electrons, your atom has a more negative charge. If you have fewer electrons and there are more protons than there are electrons, then your atom has a positive charge. So electrons carry charge through wires, and when electrons flow from atom to atom, you have electric current. So again, here's an atom, a different kind of picture of an atom. In the middle, you have the neutral neutrons and the positive protons. These dots on the outside are the electrons. I want you to look at these three atoms here that are right beside each other, and we're going to visualize the flow of electricity. So these yellow balls that you see on the screen are representing electrons. They're on the outside of the atom, away from the middle. One electron flies into one atom, and now this atom has a more negative charge. The atom to the right of it has fewer electrons, so the overall charge of the atom to the right is more positive than the one to the left of it. So what happens is the electron wants to move to where there are fewer electrons. So another electron from the first atom moves over to the atom beside it. Now, this atom in the middle has two electrons. The one furthest to the right only has one electron. Again, the one in the middle is more negative. Overall, the one to the right is more positive, so the electron moves towards where it's more positive. So an electron moves to the next atom, and so on and so forth. So the electrons aren't just flying around freely, they're moving from atom to atom. And as they move in this path, they create electric current. And that's essentially what electricity is. So current is measured in something we call amps. So if electrons are flowing more quickly, you have more amps. So the number of electrons that pass a given point in time, if that's greater, they're passing the point more quickly, more electrons are passing at any given time, you have more current. So we have two visuals. The one further up, the electrons are flowing more slowly. And therefore, because they're flowing more slowly, there's less current in the model we're seeing above than the one below it. Here, the electrons are flowing more quickly, so there is more current.